In a profound and chilling near-death experience, a woman was shown glimpses of what 2025 could hold, and what she saw is enough to shake anyone to the core. She experienced a journey beyond this world, encountering divine revelations that revealed unsettling truths about the future. In this video, we'll explore what she learned and how it might just change the way you look at the future. These messages could be critical for everyone to understand, especially in the face of what lies ahead. As the woman passed into the next realm during her near-death experience, she was immediately greeted by a calm, almost overwhelming silence. The noise and chaos of the physical world faded completely, and she felt as if she were floating in an endless, peaceful void. There was no pain, no fear, only an intense clarity. In that moment, she realized she was not alone. She was accompanied by a presence of pure light, radiating a love and warmth that enveloped her completely. Then, the light began to shift, and what seemed like a distant memory unfolded before her. She found herself observing scenes from Earth, particularly glimpses of what would happen in 2025. The events she saw weren't just images of the future, they were deeply emotional and filled with an urgency that sent a chill down her spine. It wasn't just about the physical world, it was about the spiritual battles being fought behind the scenes. She understood, deep down, that humanity was about to face some of the hardest times it had ever experienced, and the stakes were higher than ever before. The woman saw a future where society was fracturing. Nations were divided, and humanity's path was uncertain. Conflict was brewing on every corner of the world, with leaders who seemed to be more focused on control than healing or peace. It wasn't just political strife, the very fabric of human connection seemed to be unraveling. People were growing increasingly disconnected from one another, living in fear and isolation. In the midst of the chaos, she saw technology's growing influence, and it was nothing like what she expected. A new form of control was emerging, one that was more invasive and widespread than ever before. People were more dependent on technology, yet the more they relied on it, the less they seemed to trust each other or themselves. There was a sense that society was being shaped by something far more powerful than any individual or government, a system that was slowly taking hold of every aspect of life. But it wasn't just about the external chaos. She also saw something deeply unsettling in the hearts of people. Fear, greed, and confusion were spreading like wildfire, leading many to question what they stood for and what truly mattered. She realized that this was the real threat, humanity's loss of its spiritual center, its connection to something greater than itself. During the experience, Jesus appeared to her in a vision, and the message he conveyed was as powerful as it was disturbing. He showed her that many people would be led astray in 2025, not just by external forces, but by their own desires for comfort, control, and power. People would choose the easier path, the path that promised instant relief, but at a steep spiritual cost. Jesus revealed that, in the coming years, more individuals would be seduced by false promises. Systems of control would be put in place, disguised as solutions to problems like poverty, crime, and social unrest. But these systems were not what they appeared to be. In fact, they would lead humanity further away from love, compassion, and the truth. The false security offered by these systems would create divisions and even worse suffering. The warning was clear: while these systems may look appealing, they would require compromises that would disconnect people from their true selves. To survive spiritually, people would need to resist the temptation to give in to these false promises. It was about holding on to one's integrity and faith, no matter the external pressure. Jesus emphasized that those who remained faithful to their divine purpose would find peace, while those who accepted the false systems would face consequences far worse than they could imagine. As she continued to witness the future, she saw something even more alarming: a spiritual battle playing out behind the scenes. It wasn't just about survival in a physical sense, it was about the survival of souls. The world would be filled with distractions, noise, and chaos, all designed to make people forget their higher purpose. The enemy would use every tool at its disposal: fear, confusion, greed, to pull people away from their connection to the divine. This battle was not just happening in faraway places or during catastrophic events, it was happening in the hearts and minds of individuals. The choice to stay true to one's faith, to follow the path of love and integrity, would be the most crucial decision anyone could make. The woman saw that the true test of character would be whether people could maintain their spiritual integrity in the face of a world that seemed to be crumbling. The stakes were higher than ever. This was not just a battle for physical survival, It was a battle for the soul. Those who stayed connected to love, to their divine purpose, would be protected, while others would fall prey to the traps set by external forces. One of the most profound lessons she learned during her near-death experience was the importance of faith. It wasn't just about believing in something, it was about living with a conviction that transcended circumstances. In the chaotic world of 2025, faith would be the anchor that kept people grounded in love and truth, no matter what came their way. She was shown that those who had a strong, unwavering faith in the divine would be able to see through the distractions and lies of the world. They would be able to discern the truth amidst the chaos and remain true to themselves, even when the world seemed to be falling apart. Faith, she realized, was not just a comfort, it was a source of strength that would guide people through the hardest of times. But it wasn't just about individual faith. The woman also saw that societies of faith, those who came together in love and shared their truth, would be a powerful force in the world. In a time of widespread confusion, these societies would serve as beacons of light, showing others that there was another way to live, a way that was centered in love, faith, and truth. Towards the end of her experience, she was shown the most important thing, the light of divine love. This light was not just a metaphor, it was a real, tangible force in the universe that could never be extinguished. No matter how dark the world became, the light of divine love would always remain, offering hope, peace, and guidance to those who chose to accept it. The woman saw that, despite the chaos and suffering that would unfold in 2025, this light would always be available to those who sought it. It would be a source of strength, comfort, and survival. No matter what external forces tried to do, this light could never be taken away. The key to surviving the coming challenges wasn't about relying on the world, it was about connecting to this divine source, allowing it to guide and protect. Jesus' message was clear: those who stayed aligned with love, faith, and truth would be surrounded by this light, which would keep them strong and secure no matter the external circumstances. The choice was clear: choose love and light, or fall victim to the darkness. In her final moments in the afterlife, the woman was shown the ultimate choice that humanity would face in 2025, the choice between fear and faith. The world would be filled with fear, fear of the future, fear of loss, fear of change. But fear was not the path to survival. Faith was. Those who chose faith would find the strength to face whatever challenges lay ahead, while those who gave into fear would be consumed by it. This choice was not a simple one, it was a decision people would have to make every day. Would they choose to trust in divine love, even when the world seemed uncertain and unstable? Or would they allow fear to dictate their actions, leading them down a path of despair and division? The woman knew that the future would be shaped by the choices people made today. Faith, love, and hope would be the anchors that would guide them through the storm. The woman's near-death experience revealed startling truths about the future of 2025, showing a world where fear, division, and chaos threatened to overpower humanity. But it also revealed the power of divine love, faith, and integrity to guide people through even the darkest times. As the world changes, it's crucial to stay connected to your spiritual center. By choosing love and faith, you can survive and thrive no matter what the future holds. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more powerful insights.